So, take two with who would win. As I said with the Rogue One video, there were some technical errors that had led to some videos accidentally being deleted. So, I got my movie news up, but I unfortunately did not get the two main videos I needed to get up. So, again, redo of the Who Would Win. As I said recently, I think it was the last one, the Pokemon Battle Royale. In the beginning of each month, until I run out of the slots, which I'm getting close to running out of the Pokemon one. I've got another 2 generations to go, and then I'm done with them until, Sun and Moon come out. Yeah, Pokemon Battle Royale each month, and a Bleach Espada character versus a Lantern character from a certain core. And this week it's Atrocitus, the head of the Red Lantern Corps, versus Yammy Llargo, the 10th/0 Espada from Bleach. So starting off with Atrocitus, he's the head of the Red Lantern Corps. He's just physically immensely powerful. He can move a bulldozer on his own, even a train just on his own without the Green Lantern ring. With the Green Lantern ring, he can move things like in excess of 10 tons and things like that. But that's constructs and all that. He also has a level of precognition, which you can get visions of the future, but it's nothing coherent. It's nothing concrete. Nothing that can serve particularly effective in battle, but could be useful. And then, of course, you got to get into the Green Lantern ring itself. He can do energy blasts. He can do constructs, which it's rare for a Red Lantern to be able to use constructs. He's rare in the fact that he can use constructs because he's mastered it. And his power comes not from will, but from rage. So the angrier he gets, the stronger he gets. He's like the Hulk that way. However, the Red Lantern ring comes with some disadvantages. One, your blood basically turns into a corrosive napalm that you can constantly produce and just spit out and infect people with rage. And literally, it's so corrosive, it literally can melt space. He literally destroyed space itself in one scene. But your level of rage, I would assume, has to be immense. It's flammable, combustible, all of that. But the other key factor that comes with a Red Lantern is the fact that their heart is basically destroyed and replaced with a ring. If the red ring is removed, you'll die very quickly because you have no heart, but the ring will always come back to its master. And that was shown in when was that? When the Guardians were possessed by the emotional spectrum entities, and they got absorbed into a book by a literary vampire, and How's the only one left, and the rings were saved, so they went and saved him, and then they were pulled out of the book, and Atrocitus was missing his heart, and just like, oh god, and then it's like, oh, that's better. Rage! So, yeah. Weak to Hope and Love, with Love being fatal to them, and Hope will cure a Red Lantern, actually. A blue ring will cure him. But, yeah, he's also capable of not just using his own rage, but the rage of others to emulate his own rage. So, that's useful in a fight against someone who also uses rage. Like the Hulk. My god, can you imagine him actually fighting the Hulk? I think the Hulk would actually end up winning, but can you imagine him actually fighting the Hulk? That'd be awesome. But yeah, that's Atrocitus, more or less. I couldn't find an exact height for him or weight, but I would guess he probably stands at probably like a 7-foot something, weighing a good couple hundred, like 400 pounds, 7 foot, mostly muscle kind of thing. He's a tall individual, that's why I go with the 7 foot. Then we have Yammy Llargo, the 10th/0 Espada. Now, he's not a bright guy. He's arrogant, overconfident, and easily angered, obviously. He's a very brutish guy. He's brutal in combat because he's mostly hand-to-hand. He likes to just mess with his opponent. He's not a strategist, but he's a kind of a brawler-style combatant. He has something called the Gozu, which can suck out souls, but in this case it wouldn't matter because I'm certain Atrocitus could resist that. We're gonna use them pretty much at their peaks at the moment in this fight. So he's got that ability. He's not really much of a swordsman. We never see him using his sword, but we could assume he at least knows how to have basic swordsmanship. Though he never uses it all. He can use a Sero, which is the energy blast, spiritual energy blast, and the Bala, which is kind of like an energy bullet, like 20 times faster than the Sero, but not as strong. But then again, the force of the impact would be great. So he's got that. Then his Zambato Era, I believe, is Be Enraged is the command. And he releases and turns into one of the most weird. Oh, and his hero. I forgot to talk about his durability. Is Hero. I can never pronounce it right. It's basic. It's like an armor almost, like a spiritual armor. His skin is super tough. He can survive a landmine directly to the face, more or less, and barely flinch. Now, his release is one of the most weird, I mean, not even weird, because there are a lot weirder ones. Hell, the 8th one I did last week was, or last time, was weirder in terms of its overall design, I suppose. But still, he grows to like 3 stories tall easy. He's got this caterpillar body, club tail, giant spikes coming out of his arms, and he's just a giant beef house. Now, at that point, his strength is superiorly enhanced to the point where he could throw giant, massive boulders and things like that along those lines. I'd probably say Yammy has the overall advantage in strength compared to the two. His durability is also extremely heightened. His speed is slowed down, though. That's something. His speed is slowed down. But his Zero is heightened, Hero is heightened, Bala is heightened. All those things are heightened. But if he gets damaged enough and he gets enraged enough, he can go into his second form, which I call 8 form, because they never gave it really a name. And all of his abilities are even more enhanced, and any injuries he sustained in the previous form heal. However, he was obviously defeated. Atrocitus has yet to be is never truly defeated. I mean, he loses fights, but not like killed. Yammy was killed. So, Yammy's not invincible by any stretch of the means, but he is a tough combatant in the sense that he is technically the strongest Espada. So, when breaking down this fight, it's who's going to basically outdo who. And I basically liken this fight to... not liking it, but the way I see this fight taking place is how I think all these fights would take place. The Espada, for some reason, have done something or stolen something that would bring these Lantern Corps members together to fight the Espada. Larfleeze was wearing off against Sayalza, and now all of a sudden Atrocitus is flying through this corridor. And I liken it as the corridor where Ulquiorra and Ichigo were fighting in their second fight. And it's just a big old columned row, roof, all that stuff. All of a sudden, Yammy comes bursting through this. Finally found one of you guys. All right, time to let her in. You're in my way. And then the fight takes place, and it's kind of gonna be just a slugfest with some energy blasts going back and forth. They're both gonna be able to hit each other because I think Yammy can also use Sonido, which is the super speed ability. So he can, deal some damage in. Atrocitus will deal some damage in. They'll go back and forth. Nothing's going to be really clear cut. Then Atrocitus is just going to get more and more pissed that they can't. Yammy's going to be more having fun with it for the time being than Atrocitus. Atrocitus is just going to want to just freaking get him out of the way. So he's just going to suddenly just napalm him. He's going to probably get out of the way, but some of it's going to get out. It's like, ah! It's like, ah! Now, I don't think his napalm in that form is going to really super, take off his arm or anything like that. Super, but it's definitely going to be like, ah! And then all of a sudden, because he's distracted, super uppercut construct fist from Atrocitus. By the way, I'm not addressing the blood magic part with Atrocitus because there's no idea what the blood magic he knows actually does. Anywho, so because the napalm actually will impart actual rage onto an individual, that will actually just piss Yammy off more. Now he's getting pissed. Now he's just getting Zero, boo, boo, whatever that sound Zero makes. Atrocitus just dodges it, just comes back in, goes again, another energy, just starts blasting with energy, blasting, you son of a bitch! And then Bala, boom, but this time the Bala moves faster, catches him off guard because he didn't expect that. Just, well, boom, he gets smashed into a wall. It's probably like, boom. That's like that didn't tickle, but he does nowhere near down for the count. So now it's going back and forth, some Sonidos, some Balas, now then their energy content, they just gives a big old freaking blast of energy just because he's super pissed. Atrocitus. Zero, they blast, they collide, they explode. I think the energy blast from Atrocitus would overpower the Zero at this point. Because the rage fueling, that's the thing. Compared to here, they both stay at the same point, but then when you factor in that Yammy's rage fuels Atrocitus' rage, while they're both increasing at the same rate at that point, put that on top of Atrocitus' rage, his rage is going to grow a lot faster than Yammy's is. So He's going to overpower him. They're both probably going to skid. I think Atrocitus will catch himself. Yammy will go into a wall. Now he's pissed. So now he doesn't even give a shit. He's inside a building. He's like, hey, be enraged! And then boom, the whole building explodes. Atrocitus is a little taken back. All of a sudden, a giant fist comes in, whams him through a wall, through the remaining wall. He goes flying. He's now definitely roused. Like, what the hell was that? Then he sees Yammy's full form. He's like, I'm gonna kill you! Then he just starts throwing out attacks, just throws a giant stone there, back and forth. He's gonna do a giant energy construct, maybe a claw, but Yammy's gonna do an outward energy shield, which he can do. And that's going to maybe counter each other. They're going to maybe just cancel each other out. Yammy can't move extremely fast, but he's going to start just coming towards them. Atrocitus is going to have the speed advantage. He's going to be zipping around trying to get blasted. And it's like, just starting firing series, giant blasts of energy. There's boo, 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 but nothing's going to happen. Maybe try a couple balls. They're not going to work. Atrocitus is just going to try to figure out, because at this point now, Yammy's durability is going to be on the point where his normal level of napalm ain't gonna really do much. It's still gonna hurt him, but it's not gonna be. It's gonna be. And then swinging, and he's just getting because you gotta understand that just because the rage is making him stronger doesn't mean he's gonna be as coherent. The more angry he gets, the less coherent he's going to be. So now Trust is like, I'm gonna kill you, a giant freaking clawed hand. I'm imagining right now, like razor's blades, like a giant monster claw comes down, smacks you, and boom. But then Yammy just backhands him. He goes flipping and flying, and he fires a ball back just to counteract. The ball hits him because it's super fast. It goes boom. And so here, let's say like this is the speed. And this is like, let's say this is fast. So he's going then boom. And he goes flying, goes boom into one of those giant cylinder things that was in Waco Mundo. I don't know what those were. Were those buildings? Some of them were buildings, but some of them weren't. Some of them were just like stone monoliths. Anyway. So he goes, now Atrocitus is like, now he's pissed. Now he's pissed, but now he's just totes gone. And now he's about to come in, except now he just sees this giant energy wave of a Seru coming, and he's fast enough to get out of their way mostly, but he catches the back of his leg, so his leg gets nearly incinerated, and he goes spinning again, and then Yammy starts firing giant ballas off, boo, 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 and they're moving fast. He's able to keep avoiding him due to his precognition ability, but he's still on his edge, so it's like, oh, damn it all, damn you, damn you, damn you! And then Atrocitus just unleashes a giant, massive energy blast that takes a form maybe like the Butcher or the Bull, the entity of Rage for the Red Lanterns, which is the Bull. It's still the Butcher. So okay, and just charges and just boom, smacks down into Yammy. Yammy's down because damn you, like Atrocitus, damn you, how dare you? I won't allow it. I won't allow it. And then he just starts morphing into his 8th form. All his injuries heal. Now he's pissed and he's laughing. And then he just explains how he's just getting more powerful the more he pisses him off. And then Atrocitus kind of just gives him a chuckle and says, so we do have something in common. And then they go back again, and it just keeps going back and forth. Yammy's so freaking big that he's fast for a guy his size, but it's kind of just like that would be super fast for a guy his size, which would be even bigger than the 2 stories. Let's say like 4 stories at this point. So it's just why you stand still? And at this point, it's just going to come down to the fact that Atrocitus has far more energy and power base because not only is his rage fueling him, but Yammy's rage is fueling him, so it's added on to his. So he's just going to have enough power to eventually be so pissed that he's going to form a couple energy blades, just take off a couple limbs, and at this point he doesn't have the 6 limbs like the caterpillar style, or 8 limbs I think it was. He's just got the 2 legs, arms, all you go by. So slice, arms, and they're about to fire a Seru, and then slice through the head, or giant monster of a freaking hand comes down. That's how I sometimes see the constructs of their hands. Or just giant vice comes and starts crushing Yammy. Yammy can't defend himself this time because he's got no arms to stop the vice. And then he just squishes him dead. So I give it in favor of Atrocitus 65 to 100, or 65% out of 100 times. But the 35% of the time I can see this happening. And that the 35% of the time where Yammy was, I see it kind of like this, and because of so much rage going through, Atrocitus still can't think completely straight, goes into attack, and then Yammy's able to actually catch him, starts trying to squeeze him. Maybe Atrocitus can start unhinging his hand, but then he just smacks him, He's still floating there because of his air shield, but then just because he's right there, giant full blast, point blank Zero, just boom, and basically at that point, even Atrocitus goes down. So, Yammy, I think, wins 35% of the time with Atrocitus 65% of the time. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on that. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put it in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Jungle Book review will be up later tonight. Next week's Who Would Win, I'll figure out. I got a bunch written down, actually, so I'll have something available for next week. And if you have an idea of who would win you'd like us to do, or like me to do, please put that in the comments below. It gives me something to write down, something I don't have to go to my list for, so I can have more stuff on the list to do. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time, folks.